The member for McMahon.
Thanks very much, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Treasurer. The Treasurer previously described compensation for the carbon price as, and I quote, a money go-round. Basically, they tax it all and then they hand it back out. Can the Treasurer explain what will happen when the government jacks up the GST?
Treasurer has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I thank Captain Cadenson for his question. The K-man of Australian politics.
The Treasurer will refer to members by their correct titles.
Mr Speaker, once again the opposition has been asking questions that are hypothetical. What the government is engaged in is an adult conversation with the Australian people who are showing confidence in a government that has got a clear plan to grow jobs and to grow the economy. That's what the debate is about. The debate is about growing jobs and growing the economy. And this side of the House has a very strong record when it comes to ensuring that we have a better tax system for Australians, a better tax system that rewards Australians and that backs Australians who want to be out there working and saving and investing. And we know, Mr Speaker, that the last time there was genuine changes to our tax system, that was done under the Howard Costello government. And what I remember, Mr Speaker, is that those opposite, when they had the opportunity, didn't reverse any of those changes that were introduced by the Howard Costello government. I don't remember them going to an election and saying, no, we're going to put the wholesale sales tax back in, we're going to put those bed taxes back in, we're going to put the financial institutions duty back in, we're going to put all those stamp duties that are in place that were abolished as a result of the tax system changes that were introduced by the Howard Costello government, the debits, taxes, the stamp duty on leases, all of these. I don't remember when they come to government reversing the income tax cuts, Mr Speaker, that were introduced by the Howard and Costello government that were the product of tax changes. I don't remember them reversing any of the compensation measures that were put in place. And in fact, Mr Speaker, on this side of the House, what we did when we came to government, while we did give the ultimate compensation on the carbon tax by abolishing it, we actually kept the compensation mechanisms in place, which was good news for pensioners and those on fixed income. So on this side of the House, Mr Speaker, we have the form on tax system changes that leave the Australian economy better off and leave Australians better off and ensure that our economy can grow, because this is what this debate is about. It's about how do we have a better tax system that encourages growth and jobs in our economy. And on this side of the House, Mr Speaker, we have a record of delivering on those results. On that side of the House, nothing. There was nothing, Mr Speaker. We've got doorstops of tax reform. That's what they ended up being, doorstops in the offices of those sitting opposite that produced absolutely nothing, because they didn't engage in a serious dialogue with the Australian business community, with the welfare sector, with the public more broadly. What they did, Mr Speaker, is they just gave up. They had nothing to do with it. And what they did is they just kept spending and spending and spending year after year after year. And as I said before, if we'd stayed on the same trajectory as their spending when we came to government, the cost of the budget and the budget and forward estimates would now be $80 billion more.